We're back, guys. We are back. I decided to try to finish us off. I really want to finish off this New York Jets team so I can move on to the next team. And this is Super Bowl or bust situation here. We're 3 years into this rebuild. I really don't want to go for a fourth or a fifth year. So we are hoping for a successful game against the Cardinals. I do want to see if they have any injuries. It's probably their starting D tackle is injured. So we have that going for us, which is going to make it a little bit easier for our O-line. I don't know how much. So we looked at yearly awards before the end of the last stream. So it's pretty much, let's just get straight into the Super Bowl. Last year was a very disappointing end because we lost to the Dallas Cowboys by 1 point. Let's see if this Jets team can capitalize and come back together now to win this one. Wanting to get CJ Mosley that Super Bowl ring before we let him go into free agency. We just got our coach completely developed too, which is the really disappointing part. But we can always come back to revisit this franchise if need be or want be. Kyler Murray coming out with his offense. I don't think Larry Fitzgerald's still in the league. I would be extremely shocked if he was still in the league. Really quick before we get this rolling, we've got Kyler Murray here at quarterback, followed up by Zach Burke, Duke Johnson Jr., and Kenyon Drake as the running backs. Wide receiver, they still have DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, and Tutu Atwell. Tight end, we're looking at Max Williams, Jack Doyle, and Adam Shaheen. Offensive line looks rather stout. Defensive line looks pretty good. Missing their starting D tackle. Outside linebackers and linebackers looking pretty decent. And maybe, no, the corners are looking pretty good too. And the safeties are looking amazing, especially with Budda Baker. So we are going to get this game started, and we are kicking first, which means we will get the ball first in the second half. So let's get this game underway. This is going to be a really rough Super Bowl game with them having a decent running back core and a really good wide receiver core that looks like it could probably outdo our cornerback situation. Kyler Murray, 3,534 yards, 47 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions on the season. So we definitely want to make some coaching adjustments here right away. Put our overall by overall here. Make sure our number one is on their number one, and etc. Let's see what they open up with. The other thing we have to watch out for with Kyler Murray is he is also very good at running. Marcus Williams getting that first tackle against Johnson Jr., but he is going to get the first down, a 12-yard run. And they're going to come out in another 3 wide receiver set. They're going to pass the ball here. Kyler Murray finding some room to run, but he gets tackled shortly after, only a gain of 3 yards. Kyler Murray getting taken down by Blake Cashman there. So bringing up a 3rd and 13 now, which is a great start for this defense. And the Jets watching for Murray, bringing Timon back. Timon seeing it though, and he's going to come in and stop Kyler Murray from running. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 13. Goodwin back to return the punt. And it's a high flyer here. He's got some blocks, though, and he's going to spin to go the other direction and get a few extra yards, and he is down at the 30-yard line. Nice little return for Goodwin. And out trots Justin Fields. 3,810 yards, 31 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, but averaging about 2 interceptions per game through these playoffs. Not real super great stats playoffs wise. They are really watching for him. Alvin Kamara is going to get about 4 yards there. They give him 3. 2nd and 7. We know that they're weak at that up the gut spot there. They're starting D tackle out. So Alvin Kamara breaks through the line. He's going to get about 9 yards on that one. Justin Fields now under center again. And it's a play fake to Alvin Kamara. O.J. Howard's going to grab it, and he can't hold on. Hoping that the big-bodied tight end could have done something there. But unable to come down with that pass. It was right in his hands. The safety able to break it up. Jordan Howard on the field now with the ball. Jordan Howard going to get stopped after a 9-yard rush. Buda Baker on the tackle there. And it's a 3rd and 1. And we're looking at a blitz possibly coming from that linebacker here. Buda Baker on the line, possibly coming down in for a blitz as well. And he is. Alvin Kamara tries to fight forward but can't. And that's going to be a 4th and 1. The Jets are going to be forced to punt the ball as opposed to giving it to them in great field position. So the punt is away, and Troy Apke's in there and can't grab it, but another guy comes in. All Hill? I couldn't tell who that was. Either way, they get him down at the 11. So Kyler Murray in a tight spot here needs to be really careful of what plays they call. They don't want to lose any yards on this drive, and he gets the ball away. Bashawn Austin losing his guy. And that's a 7-yard gain? Jets showing some press coverage. Squeezing that line together, making sure they're not going to run it up the gut. And C.J. Mosley and Twyman both stopping him there on that one. So that makes it 3rd and 2. Jets back into press coverage here. Keeping an eye on Shaquem Griffin. And he gets a wide open hole there to come through, but there is a flag down, and it is a holding call against the offense. And the Jets going to decline and force the 4th down. It's 4th and inches. Gotta watch out for a play fake here. They're actually going to punt it away. It's been a very defensive ball game here in this first quarter. The Jets at their own 45. Gonna try to get something out of it, though. Justin Fields comes to the line. And Alvin Kamara with the little screen grab, and he's going to get about 4 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up second down. Justin Fields yelling some calls down here at the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Open guy is Wallace, and he can't hold on to the ball. Everybody dropping wide open passes that are a little contested. Nobody's really showing up yet to this game on either team except for Burrows. He's going to get the ball. He's going to make a juke. And he's going to go down the sideline, and that's a touchdown, Jets. The first touchdown of the Super Bowl, a 51-yard slant pass to Burrows, who's really stepped his game up here. Coming in with Denzel Mims out. And that was just a great play. It's gone the way it was drawn up, straight to the end zone. And now for the extra point, and it is good, which makes it a 7-0 ball game. Kyler Murray going to have to come out here and answer to this now. And they're going to take a knee and bring it out to the 25-yard line. And this is a New York Jets defense that as of the past 3 games, they've been getting thrown and run all over. Kyler Murray, only 2 throws for 17 yards so far this game. DeAndre Hopkins not really getting too open. CJ Mosley trying to come in and get pressure, and he was about to get sacked. Murray throws it out of the sack, but it's incomplete. His first incompletion of the game. And the Jets trying to get in there, but the O-line bullies them back, and they get the first down. Johnson Jr. able to get it. So that's a new set of downs here for the Arizona Cardinals. And Marcus May sniffing that run out. And he's going to get hit for a loss of 3 yards. The Jets may have slept through the playoff games, but when it's coming to the Super Bowl, the defense is definitely showing up. And that's a sack. Wyman in there for the sack, I think is who that was, the D tackle. And there's an injured offensive lineman down now for Arizona. And the Jets showing a heavy press. Or it was Cooks, I'm sorry. No. Just Twayman. Oh boy, and I got who I didn't want. Kyler Murray scrambling and just out of the range there, the corner. The Denzel Ward's range. It's a good punt. Get down at the 25. Goodwin's going to spin and make it out to the 35. About 10 yards there on the return. So here comes Justin Fields again, hoping to put together another excellent drive for this New York Jets team that was in the Super Bowl and lost a year ago. Trying to redeem themselves. Alvin Kamara coming in with a huge run. And he is up to 44 yards now on the day off of 4 rushes. And he just found a hole and went right through it. So a huge run there by Alvin Kamara. First huge run of the day. And the Cardinals sniffing that run out, and they are going to get Kamara behind the line for a 3-yard loss. Jets coming out with one receiver on the field. Bringing the man in motion. Play action here. Nowhere to really go. Justin Fields getting hit. And Wallace trying to make the play. Creed Humphrey goes down. Not good for this Jets team. The starting center now on the sidelines. Bringing in the backup. Wallace can't bring that one in either, and now Bozeman goes down for the New York Jets. That's 2 offensive linemen. Dislocated shoulder for the center. That is not good for them. This is a 53-yard attempt. The kicker missed it last week, or last game, but this time he gets it barely down the middle, almost blocked by Arizona. McLean gets it. So the Jets up 10-0 and losing offensive linemen left and right. This is going to look a little bit rough if these guys can't come back during this game. You got to wonder what their strategy is going to be switching to, because they've been pretty pass heavy here in this first quarter. But it looks like Bozeman will be okay and come back. They can't really afford in the playoffs to allow him to sit. But he will get this drive to kind of recuperate a little bit. Quentin Williams on the tackle on that one, and that's going to end the quarter 10-0 Jets. But this is the same way that the Super Bowl last year went for them. So they've got to watch out and make sure that they keep themselves focused here. And that's a completion there. Marcus May on the coverage and able to tackle him down after the completion, but almost a first down here for Arizona. And that run is going nowhere. He gets stopped by Twyman. Goodwin back now to receive the punt. He's going to take it and gets tripped up by Troy Apke, who got pushed down. But he is out at the 35-yard line. And out comes Justin Fields and Alvin Kamara. Kamara 5 rushes for 41 yards so far today. But definitely going to be a little bit different without the starting center in there. Hoping that our backup will be sufficient enough. Kamara gets a few yards on that one. Probably about 4 or 5. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Kamara with it again, gets it out to the line. So now that brings up a 3rd down. Jets really taking no big shots down the field here yet. And Burrows is trying to grab the ball, and it's a tip drill. The Cardinals grab hold of it. Jordan Howard just barely makes the tackle. Gurry with the pick. Good play recognition. It bounces off Burrows' fingers. It was a very clean pass to him. And the linebacker gets it, so the defense is going to have to come back out here and try to stop them from getting in the end zone. CJ Mosley with the tackle on that one. And Williams is now down. A Super Bowl of injuries is what this is seeming to be. Both teams losing some key players off and on. CJ Mosley can't get positioned to tackle Murray. He's so shifty and maneuverable. He gets it down to the 4-yard line. And Johnson Jr. trying to get his first touchdown and the first touchdown for the Arizona Cardinals, but no luck. A lot of pressure coming to Murray, but he's got a guy open, and that's a touchdown, Arizona. With their first touchdown now of the game, only down by a field goal if the extra point is made. And the extra point is good. So Kyler Murray leading the team downfield after a Justin Fields thrown tipped interception. And Goodwin showing off some maneuvering, and he is down at the 40-yard line. So great field position here for the Jets. The Jets going to pass it here. Flowers not maneuvering to try to catch the ball. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Kamara's going to try to get a few yards. Gets maybe one. Bringing it up to a 3rd and 9. The Jets going to have to go into the bag of tricks here. Jets got a few guys open in the middle, and Wallace brings in the catch for the first down. So the drive stays alive for the New York Jets. Bursts down in double coverage and knocks it away from the defender. Almost could have been an interception. He looked like he was going to only be single covered, but ended up having 2 guys on him back there. And Fields getting way too comfortable in the pocket. Nobody gets open, and he's going to get sacked. It's a 3rd and 22. Jets going to have to bring out the big play that they normally do for these big receptions, hoping that they can get somewhere. Calling some audibles here is Fields. He's going to throw it down to Burris, and it's going to get intercepted for a 2nd time. The Jets make it out, or the Cardinals make it out to their own 47, just in front of the 50-yard line. So more offensive tragedy coming in for the way of the Jets. Kyler Murray gonna get slapped right here, and there's a flag. An illegal block in the back by the Cardinals, and the Jets are definitely gonna take this, making it a 1st and 11. The QB contained, showing no problems for Kyler Murray. And they're going to run. Marcus May coming down, and Marcus May with a big hit. Bringing up 2nd and 2. CJ Mosley and Shaquem Griffin back there on that stop. Makes it a 3rd and 4 now. Jets showing man coverage here, getting real heavy on the press. And Murray gets a low point pass in there past the Jets defenders, and that is another first down. The Cardinals now really starting to drive on this Jets defense that looked really good at the beginning of the game, but seems to have lost their head of steam due to 2 Justin Fields turnovers. And this might be a touchdown. No, he's going to get stopped by Cashman. Jets with a heavy push or press coverage here again. Kyler Murray on the run, throws it to DeAndre Hopkins, but he can't hold on to it. And that's going to bring up a second down. A lot of pressure coming in on Kyler Murray on that play. Defensive line crushing and showing more press coverage here. And Cashman trying to come in for the hit. CJ Mosley gets off of his blocker and gets over to hit him. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, but not before the 2-minute warning. Jets still with 3 timeouts though, so even if the Cardinals score here, the Jets still have more than enough time to get down the field, take care of the ball. And Bashawn Austin blowing coverage for a Cardinals touchdown. Cardinals will take the lead. Only taking 2 seconds off the clock though. And you've still got Alvin Kamara on the other side of the ball with Justin Fields, so it's kind of confusing on why they wanted to score so quickly. But maybe just to guarantee that they got these points. Now the Jets looking to get the ball back. And Goodwin is going to take it. And he almost breaks a tackle there and jukes him out. But as it stands, he gets out at the 39-yard line. The Jets going to have to dig into some bags of tricks, though, and make sure that they either call their timeouts wisely or get out of bounds. It's a screen to Alvin Kamara, but he doesn't have any blockers, so he is just going to walk out of bounds and take the yard that he could get. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Something this Jets team is really known for are these screen plays down to Alvin Kamara. Almost intercepted. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 now for the Jets. The screen pass is just not working out in their favor. And the offense hasn't had much going for them since their touchdown drive. But Burrows is open and can't quite get to where he needs to be. Very inaccurate pass there by Justin Fields. And the offense is going to stay on the field here. And Burrows brings this one in, and he's got open daylight. And the Jets are going to run a hurry-up offense here, trying to catch them off guard. And Flowers with a catch, and he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. New York exchanging and answering to that last touchdown very quickly, bringing them back up into the advantage by 3 points. And the Jets going to kick the ball. There's still 43 seconds for Kyler Murray and the offense to make some plays here. With such a threatening situation by them, with having him able to run the ball out of the pocket as easily as he can, you got to think that there's always that option. And they're going to go for a screen pass of their own. And they're also going to take it out of bounds, but not before he gets a few nice blocks for a first. Marcus May running in the middle of the field here where Mosley normally is. DeAndre Hopkins going to catch the ball. And the Cardinals going to take a timeout. And Murray's going to get sacked here for a big loss. I don't know what I called. Murray dropping back. CJ Mosley coming in to stop Johnson here on the run after catch. That is the last of Arizona's timeouts. And they've been bringing one of these defensive linemen off of the line this whole drive to kind of keep an eye on Murray, but they're going to run the ball. They got 17 seconds to get the field goal unit out, but they're not going to be able to get the field goal, so they're going to go in punt formation and let the clock wind down. No, they're going to punt it away and just knock it out of bounds to end this half. This has been a back and forth game. It reminds me of that Dallas game last season that the Jets were in for the Super Bowl. And it is not one-sided at all. The only difference is that Arizona hasn't capitalized on 2 takeaways yet, and the Jets don't have any and still have the lead. And it's been all about Alvin Kamara and them needing to slow and stop him. They've stopped Fields a few times on a few passes, 2 interceptions pretty much right away, but also throwing for 2 touchdowns this game. And the Jets will get the ball back first in the second half. And Goodwin's going to take the kneel here, even though he's gotten quite a good amount of yardage per return. He's just going to take the knee. He tries to get it out to O.J. Howard, and it's instantly intercepted by the Cardinals defense. Throwing out of the sack was Justin Fields, and right into the hands of a Cardinals defender that is 3 interceptions on the day. Now the Cardinals changing the play up here. And Troy Apke, the one getting picked on by the offense. Is Patrick Peterson not my slot corner? Is Patrick Peterson not where he should be? He's not. Get Patrick Peterson in there. And now we're seeing a changeup by the Jets. They got Patrick Peterson now out on the field. The Wiley used to be shut down man corner veteran. And Marcus Williams making the tackle on that, not letting that run go very far. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 13. Sean Austin's going to be lurking around the middle of the field in the middle linebacker spot. And they allow a big play there. And now it's a 3rd and 7 situation. You got to think this Jets defense has to be getting tired of carrying the game on their backs. Kyler Murray going to run, but CJ Mosley going to come down for it and get him to stop it at a 4th and 6. So now they're going to go for a field goal to tie up the game. So the game being tied here at 17 points apiece. You got to think that the head coach, this is not what he is wanting, is for a tie 2 years in a row in the Super Bowl, and then to squander that lead. Pulling a typical New York Jets fashion, trying to change the attitude of this team for the better. Alvin Kamara with a 9-yard run, or an 8-yard run, I'm sorry. We couldn't give it where the ball went. Justin Fields with a hard count, and Alvin Kamara up the gut again. Getting quite a few yards now on the ground. Looks like they're going to start going to Kamara more after a really dismal passing offense here by Justin Fields. He has 2 touchdowns, but he's also thrown for 3 interceptions. Buda Baker on the stop there. So that brings up a 2nd and 7. Now Alvin Kamara going to try to take it up the gut, but can't break free. Now they're going to force the ball into the hand of Justin Fields to get a first down off of a 3rd and 7. They're watching Fields, but Wallace gets the catch at the 40. And he is going to secure them a first down. And a huge play from what's actually the number 2 wide receiver for this team. They're going to give it to Kamara again. Kamara finding a hole, and he's going to get another first down. Sticking with this run game here are the New York Jets, finding their rhythm on the ground, trying to keep the Cardinals on their toes and their backs against the wall. Jordan Howard on the handoff this time, and he's going to get about 4 yards on the play, giving Alvin Kamara a bit of a breather. And Howard with the reception on that one. I think that's O.J. Howard. I don't think that's Jordan Howard. I think that's O.J. Howard. I'm pretty sure that is in that spot. Yeah, because I didn't have any running backs out. So O.J. Howard. I don't know why I said it so weird. It seems to be like every time I stop a stream and come back, my mouth just doesn't English very well. And Alvin Kamara going to take it in for a touchdown to pull this lead, a 24-17, well, for now, 23-17 game. As we've seen throughout this season, there is no such thing as a guaranteed point after. This kicker has had a few misses this year, but this one goes right through the uprights, so it's 24-17 New York. So the Jets defense must have had a talk with the offense when they were coming off the field saying, you guys really need to do something because we're getting tired of being out on the field all the time. And it has been a rough day back there for Kyler Murray, having to scramble and run, the O-line not protecting him the way he would like. Pocket just not staying up for him. The Jets here all crunched down near the line of scrimmage. Cannon's going to get the tackle there very quickly. It's going to make a 2nd and 9. The Jets a little bit more spread out this time. And DeAndre Hopkins going to bring in the pass. Where are they going to mark him out, though? He's going to be 2 yards short of a first. Jets were looking for the run. Did they stop it? And no, he extends just far enough to get the first down. It's going to be a 1st and 10. Denzel Ward, the guy, matched up with DeAndre Hopkins, thinking that there's going to be... Oh, and Blake Cashman breaking through the middle untouched and getting a big hit and a loss of yardage there. But they are definitely putting their best man corner on DeAndre Hopkins, trying to make sure they eliminate him as much as possible. And now they're changing the play here at the line of scrimmage. Kyler Murray didn't like the looks of something. DeAndre Hopkins again with the reception. Denzel Ward just not seeming to be able to keep up with him. And that's a now it's a 3rd and 1. And the Jets trying to come through in the middle, and Johnson Jr. bounces off to the outside. And Denzel Ward negating DeAndre Hopkins on that play, not able to get the grab. And Shaquem Griffin getting off the edge to hit Kyler Murray for the sack, finally showing some of that reason that the New York Jets bring him in. The Jets coming down into some press coverage. Keeping an eye on Kyler Murray, who's not able to get away. Quentin Williams with his 2nd sack of the day, and it is 4th and 26 now for this Arizona offense. And they're going to bring out the punt unit, not even make an attempt, because even if they would and they don't get the 1st down, they're putting the Jets back into an excellent field positioning. Is not what you want to do for Alvin Kamara in this New York offense. Goodwin fighting through some guys, and he gets taken down at the 30-yard line. So you gotta wonder how the Jets are gonna start playing this out now. With the lead and the ball here starting the 4th quarter. Alvin Kamara with a nice little juke, but nothing much after it. He's gonna get about a yard. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down. They're going to hand it to Kamara again, but he doesn't get a block, but he finds a hole. And Alvin Kamara with the 1st down. 98 yards on the ground today. And he is in the zone. So Alvin Kamara just carrying the team on his back. The Jets are just trying to run this clock down as much as possible. And there's a false start on the offense by that right tackle. So the Jets back out here now. Maybe losing a little bit of momentum there after the false start. We'll see what they decide to do. Alvin Kamara can't get anywhere. The center is not going to block for him. And that makes it a 2nd and 18. So the Jets are going to have to come out here and definitely find a way to get some yards now on this play. Burrows is wide open, and they get some yards. They get a 1st down. And that is his 3rd reception. He caught a touchdown earlier. Burrows is definitely looking like he may be the most valuable catcher on this team right now. The Jets coming out with 2 wide receivers. 3 wide receivers. And Alvin Kamara finds a hole. He gets 9 yards on the play, and now he has over 100 yards on the ground. Kyler Murray hanging his head in disappointment over here. I think trying to figure out what he can do when he gets back out onto the field to try to help their team possibly come back. I mean, he's done all that he can do. He's run, he's thrown, but the Jets' defense has just been countering it. Is that Rex Ryan? Jets now with a 3 tight end look here. And he's going for one of the tight ends down the field, and there is a flag. And they get a roughing the passer call. And that is going to be huge, because that puts the New York Jets at the 11-yard line. And you're giving the ball and this type of field position to somebody like Alvin Kamara in this New York Jets offense. They capitalize on the ground more times than not in this area. Alvin Kamara going to come off the field for this play. Jordan Howard out now. Jordan Howard's going to have to push off an O-lineman. Try to get a few yards here, and it is 3rd and 3. Jordan Howard would love nothing more than to get a touchdown, but Alvin Kamara coming back out onto the field. And Kamara not able to get away from the corner. They knew what was coming. That brings up a 4th and 7 for the Jets. And they're going to bring out the field goal unit to secure these points. And the kick is good. It is 27-17 now. Still a manageable game for Kyler Murray. If they can hurry up down the field, they still have 3 timeouts and 4 minutes left on the clock. All they have to do is make it a touchdown on 1 of 2 possessions and a field goal and stop the Jets. And he's going to dump it off to the running back here for about 5 yards. No takeaways by the #1 takeaway defense in the league so far. Just been playing really good conservative football. And another dump off. Down, but a fumble. Marcus May scoops it up. Marcus May into the end zone, and that may do it for this game. They are the #1 team in takeaways for a reason, but in the playoffs, they're known more for giving the ball away. But Marcus May coming in and making a big-time play for the Jets, possibly securing them this Super Bowl win. So now the Cardinals down by 3 scores. It looks a lot less likely. They need to score in 1 minute apiece. The 3 minutes and 28 seconds, plus stop the Jets from getting the ball back. Kyler Murray coming out now. Only 38 yards in the air since the second half has begun, but the Jets have done a really good job of taking a lot of this time off the clock with the run game. Kyler Murray looks like he's going to scramble, pulls C.J. Mosley off of where he was going to go, but Sean Austin not able to keep up with the receiver. And it seems more like they have figured out how to contain Kyler Murray from running the ball, and another interception. This one by the veteran Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson picks off his former team and gets a pick 6 as well. And that is going to do it for this Super Bowl game. Making the adjustment to pull Troy Apke out and put Patrick Peterson in the second half is clearly paying dividends. Getting that former lockdown cornerback, definitely showing he's got more than enough in the tank to push out a Super Bowl win, and he wants it before he retires. And that is one heck of a way to do it. So now we're just going to get some Arizona garbage time stats here. They're probably going to try to get at least another touchdown. Make the score at least to where they get into the 20s. But it is all but lost here for this Arizona offense. C.J. Mosley thinking that that tight end was going to go out further and turning around. TJ Mosley with a big hit there as Johnson tries to turn and go upfield. And we are down to the last 2 minutes of the game. The Cardinals had a chance quite a few times in this game to take the lead and just end up. Oh, and Marcus May not even making the play. Didn't realize the ball was coming for him. Gets hit in the face with the ball there. The Cardinals had quite a few chances there to DeAndre Hopkins to get ahead and get some points, and we're never able to capitalize. Now it is a 4th and 2. And they're going to run for the first, at least get that much. And Blake Cashman going to get an interception now. And the Jets showing that big #1 ranked turnover team with 3 drives, 3 interceptions off. Or no, 3 drives, 2 interceptions, and a fumble off of the Cardinals. Saying, hey, you guys might have gotten a few off us, but you know what? We're going to even this out here. And now all the Jets really need to do is run the ball to run down the clock, get a first down, and that is going to do it for the game. Just handing it off to Alvin Kamara, making sure that the ball is secure. 43 seconds left. And they come out in victory formation here. There's just a little bit of a difference between the play clock and the snap clock. And the Jets have done it. They have won their first Super Bowl since Super Bowl III, the Lombardi Trophy, going back to New York. Marcus May, Patrick Peterson, Blake Cashman, all with those turnovers, sealing the deal. Kyler Murray, not happy, very disappointed in his play at the end of that game, because it was a very close game up until that 4th quarter when the turnovers happened. Let's look at some of the highlights here. Kyler Murray with a touchdown there. Their first touchdown of the game. I don't know what's going on here. We're just chilling out on the field. That's the Patrick Peterson pick 6 there. That's the Burrows' first touchdown of the game. And this is the Marcus May fumble recovery for a touchdown. And Patrick Peterson, player of the game with that pick 6 to seal it. What a way to go out as Super Bowl MVP. And the confetti is falling onto this New York Jets team. Lombardi trophy going back to Gotham City. Wait, wow, how come our Super Bowl MVP ain't up there? That is going to do it for the game. It was very close up until Kyler Murray threw 2 interceptions and they had that fumble caused by Marcus May. Merlin Robertson with an upgrade. Hunter with an upgrade. And the Jets do it, guys. They win the Super Bowl. In the weekly awards, Marcus May with 6 tackles, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. Alvin Kamara with 23 carries, 119 yards, a touchdown, 3 receptions for 3 yards. And then on the offensive side, Kirk, their wide receiver, 7 receptions, 44 yards. 7 receptions, 44 yards. 2 receiving touchdowns, and he was the guy that fumbled that costed them the game. And then the safety, Simmons, with 6 tackles and had one of the interceptions. Let's take a really quick look before we end it all at regression. D Ford down to a 79. Didn't even really play him. Just kind of there. TJ Mosley down to an 80 overall. He lost a strength, a zone, a play rec, a change of direction, pursuit, block shedding. He lost 3 pursuit and 2 block shedding, and awareness and agility and 8 tackling. You just fell from grace, my dude. As much as I love CJ Mosley to retire a Jet, we're not going to be bringing him back. Jordan Howard looking for a contract. Jordan Jenkins looking for a contract. A lot of people here looking for contracts. And it looks like the veteran that we were actually thinking about, if depending on how he had regressed, Patrick Peterson retires from the league. Adam Thielen retires from the league. Tyrone Crawford retires. Levante David. A punter, okay. Robert Quinn. Earl Thomas. Damian Harrison. Oh, these are re-signs. Those aren't retirement. Oh, yeah, some of them are. Yeah, that's retires. Yeah, retires. Okay, it's during the off-season re-sign period. Okay, these guys are retiring. Marquise Pouncey, whoops, retires finally. I think he's the last Pouncey left. Just a lot of retirements of good veteran players. Eric Fisher. Brett Jones, Ben Jones. So our retirements looks like just Patrick Peterson this year. Like I said, this is probably going to be the end of the series. I might do some straight simulation seasons, just to see what happens to this team after one season. But I don't see anybody here that's really worth bringing back. Maybe Jack Anderson. I'll offer him that as a 1-year deal. Okay, he's happy to take it. I'll give CJ Mosley an offer for 1 year. He actually decreased his value a lot. So we'll offer him that 1 year. Okay, he's not interested in signing. And to tag him is going to take up 18 mil. Not worth the tag at this point in his career. So that's probably all we're going to do signings on. And now we got the big guys upgrades. Creed Humphrey, who actually had gotten taken out, gets an upgrade. And that's going to boost him to an 87 overall. It's really sad, though, at the end of these rebuilds, You know, where they just kind of, you win the Super Bowl and it's done. But we have to move on to the next team, whom I'm not entirely sure who I'm going to do. I haven't even made a thumbnail. I haven't even really considered it. I did not expect the Jets to actually win this Super Bowl. I figured we were going to lose because we didn't have a wide receiver. But Wallace really stepping up, and so did Burroughs. I just want to double check and make sure there's nobody really big here that I want to bring back. I don't think there is. Maybe Jordan Howard. Did he regress? Ball carrier revision, awareness, trucking regression. Does that bring his trucking down to? He's still an 88 overall. I wouldn't mind still running him with Alvin Kamara. So we'll go ahead. Oh, he wants a 3-year deal. You know what, buddy? No, thank you. Let's take a quick look at regression for everybody here. Alvin Kamara is still a 97 overall, 29 years old. He actually did not regress. There was no regression for Alvin Kamara, who is the same age as Jordan Howard. 29. 29. CJ Mosley, we knew, regressed quite a bit. Denzel Ward, I have to give Denzel Ward. No, I don't. Marcus Williams was actually more useful than Denzel Ward was. Still a good corner. Let's just look at off-season free agency. I do want to see who else free agent. Maybe I'll just do a season or two of like simming straight to the playoffs, seeing what our team does at that point. The Packers let Jordan Love walk? Cam Newton available again on free agency block. Derek Carr after having an impressive season apparently on the free agency block. So is Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's really regressed. I wouldn't mind signing DeAndre Swift, but we're not going to pay that kind of money when we have Alvin Kamara playing here for $36.1 mil. Plus, we need a power back. So that's where we bring in the 1-year offer to Jordan Howard. Increase the cost a little bit. He's okay with the deal. Still really no wide receivers to bring in. We're good at tight end. Actually, that was something I should have looked at was O.J. Howard because he probably regressed a little bit. Our offensive line is still put together the same as it was. Cameron Jordan, though, very interesting. 35 years old, but still an 89 overall. X Factor. But we are good on the edges. Giving Quentin Williams that big deal. We need a backup for him. Somebody that has about the same time. Justin Houston actually wouldn't be too bad. He is a superstar. He does have an ability. I'd make him that 1-year offer. Middle linebackers, though. Avery Williamson available. CJ Mosley also available. Which we knew he was going to be. And I'm just going to offer Mosley a low-balled contract because he's still he was still our best middle linebacker. Really not finding anything to fully replace him. We could go after Patrick Quinn, though. But he is specifically a pass coverage middle linebacker. He's got alright play rec, alright play or block shedding. I want to see what else they have out here, though. Darren Lee is available, who actually went up to a superstar dev. That's interesting. Quincy Williams available. As is Bud Dupree. Bud Dupree, I think, would be a pretty nice fit here, the former Pittsburgh Steeler. David Long available at 26 years old. Not really better than Blashawn Austin. Finding somebody to be another slot corner, another good veteran. AJ Bouye maybe to fit that bill. He has a negative morale right now. He has an 81 zone, a 75 man, but with how much man we play... Maybe Eli Apple? He's got alright coverages. He would not be bad, and he is fairly quick. I would be okay with giving Eli a one-year deal. How old is Eli Apple at this point now? 29 years old. Yeah, he's definitely just going to be a one-year wonder for us. We definitely need to figure out something for Marcus May, because he is definitely getting older, and he should have regressed a little bit, but it doesn't look like he did. Maybe Jeremy Chin? But nothing really better. Really nothing in there to upgrade our team off of besides bringing a few people back. Okay, Marcus May does have a morale boost. Let's look at his progression history. His awareness went down, his zone went down, his tackle went down 1. And another... Why did he get 2 sets of zone coverage to go down? He has a 2 and then a 1. A -2 pursuit, a -2 play recognition, and a -3 man coverage. So he really took a toll. He's still an 81 overall, but still kind of hurting us. I think Troy Apke may have regressed too. He did. He lost a play recognition, 3 press, 3 man coverage, 3 injury, and 2 awareness. That's a major loss there. Now he really is a nickel corner. Didn't lose any speed though, surprisingly. I don't really think anybody did aside from CJ Mosley. And Sheffer looking for a 1-season deal. As a 89 overall offensive lineman. That's really an interesting deal to do. I'm going to offer him a little bit more. See if maybe we can get top bid on him. We are a Super Bowl winning team. Oh, I didn't put an offer down on Patrick Queen. He also would be a nice little scheme fit to replace CJ Mosley. So we could pull that offer off of Mosley. Just really nothing offensively has been popping up besides a few offensive linemen. Sterling Shepard available. But I think with Denzel Mims back and Wallace and Flowers, I think we're actually okay. Let's go ahead and move forward 1 week. We get Patrick Queen. We get Jordan Howard back. We get Houston. The right guard, Shefford rejecting us. CJ Mosley accepts. Bud Dupree accepts. And Eli Apple accepts. So we're not going to get that right guard to really bump up the O-line. I mean, he wasn't a huge... I mean, yes, he was. He was a huge bump. Nothing better in here. We do still have some cap room. We may just walk with what we have. Not really any D tackles. Maybe Adam Butler, but I think we're pretty stacked at the D tackle room. And I know we do not need outside linebackers. We still have Shaquem Griffin plus Cannon. We're not bringing back Avery Williamson. He pretty much ripped us off at one point. We're not going to let him come back in to rip us off. Dante Hightower, though, from New England. some really big regression history here, but we could move him to a linebacker's position, like an outside linebacker. Back to outside linebacker. Quincy Williams still available, which is kind of weird. I feel like Quincy Williams, I figured would have got signed. But we brought in Bud Dupree. We have Merlin Robertson. Not really any nickel corners sitting here that I'm really interested in. So let's go ahead and go to the draft, and we're going to go ahead and end this episode. And that's actually probably going to be it for this New York Jets rebuild series, honestly. I just kind of want to see what we can get. This is kind of like a filler, I guess, here at the end. Let's see where some of these big names went. Fletcher Cox to Jacksonville. Cameron Jordan to the Rams. Brandon Sheffer goes to the Arizona Cardinals, who just lost in the Super Bowl. Austin Eckler to the Texans. J.K. Dobbins to the Giants. Back up Saquon Barkley, maybe? DeAndre Swift to the Saints. Ooh, that'll be rough. DJ Redder to Miami. Sterling Shepard to Green Bay. Denzel Mims back from his injury. Back to a healthy, happy family team here. 85 offense, 87 defense, but I think they still have, they still have morale boosts. Maybe we could trade away Blake Cashman, but like I said, this is pretty much the end of the series. This is some filler stuff, unless you guys want to see me sim a season or two. So while they're picking players here, we can take a look. James Warner here as a quarterback. Mostly looking in for wide receivers, looking to get some X Factor or superstar wide receiver, if anything. Is about the only thing we really need on this team. Offensive linemen, middle linebackers, maybe. A safety. We definitely need a safety to replace Marcus May. So let's just go ahead and jump to our pick and see what's there. A few halfbacks, not really looking for one of those. Left outside linebacker, we're still pretty good at that position. Definitely don't need a D tackle. There is a decent zone strong safety here that could definitely replace Marcus May. He's 22 years old. Another pass coverage middle linebacker. He's 21. A decent looking left end and a decent looking free safety here. We're going to go ahead and take the strong safety. Pretty much the biggest spot of need for our team. Unless there's a wide receiver that I missed, but I don't think there is. No, not really looking like a great wide receiver draft room. Offensive lineman. Nothing. So the O-line not looking good. The D-line, we should be pretty set. So we're going to go ahead and take the safety. And he is a 74 overall, normal dev, ranked number 16 in true talent. Got him at 32. Definitely good to have set behind Marcus May for a season and kind of be an understudy. Let's jump to our next pick, which is number 20 in the second round. How we got that, I don't remember. We got, well, I mean, we had to have gotten it through a trade, but I do not remember the trade. This edge rusher is still here? He's projected as a third rounder, though. see. We're in the second round. We want to make sure we get something of value. And it looks like that edge rusher is honestly our best bet. Much as I'd hate to draft more defensive players because we have a ton of them. It's what we focused on. Gotta either be this free safety that we don't need, or this edge rusher that we don't need. Really quick, let's see what we have for offers. A third round for this year. We could get an extra third round at some point this year because everybody wants to give us their thirds. 125. That would be the next draft, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's next year's draft. Is there anything for this year? 2024 third round picks. Arizona, you guys ain't getting my pick. Let's go ahead. When is our next pick? Do we have another first round or second round pick? We do. We do have the 32nd pick. So actually, I think what we'll do is we will trade Cleveland for that second round and fifth round next year that we'll never see. Give the Cleveland Browns an extra pick. They're going to take the free safety that we were looking at 73 overall. So now we are here at our second round pick. And if that edge rusher is still there, I'm going to grab him, but it's not looking like he is. Looks like somebody actually did snag him. They did. He is gone. Now let's see if there's any... No, we don't want a D-tackle. Nothing in the linebacker. Corners, maybe? This is seriously just looking like a really big bust draft class. We'll take this other left end here, this Jared Cage out of Buffalo. He looks okay. 71 overall, 36 in true talent, drafted at 64. Not terrible, I guess. Best value we were going to get. Now we are in the third round here. Armstead's still available. D-tackle. We only have 5 defensive tackles. And 5... Actually, we only have 5 corners. Wow. So many defensive tackles. That's what I hate about the Madden-generated draft classes, is everything is D-tackles. D-tackles run this. Hey, there's actually a third-round projected slot corner. He is a 68 overall, 68 in true talent. Got him at 96. Decent speed. All right, man coverage. Definitely needs some work, but definitely a nickel corner. Why do we have a number 8 fourth round pick? Where did we get all these draft picks from? I don't remember trading away this many players. You know what? We're gonna take a D-tackle. Let's go look at the D-tackles, guys. Let's go take a look at them. Got 2 second-round projections here. We got guy with 33 reps. We got 37 reps. We're taking the 37-rep Clayton Whitehead, ranked at number 52 in true talent. Got him at 104, 90 strength, and then everything falls off the edge. Who told me it was a good idea to have this many draft picks again? I thought we were back to normal. Why? Why do we have so many picks? Oh, we traded Brian Poole. I remember trading him off for lower end picks. I remember that now. Let's go ahead and grab another slot corner. We definitely need to keep an eye on those. really no better than actually a little bit better than the first one we had. Slower, but has a little bit better zone coverage. We're in the 5th round, and I think we have two 6th round picks. We're gonna start trading away these draft picks. There's really nothing here that we need. We will take a next year's 4th is the best thing that I've seen. And next year's 5th. Sure, Cleveland, you want our draft picks so bad. Go ahead and take them. Let's see, next year's 5th. Next year's 5th. Oh, Green Bay, you wanna... Okay, here you go. I have so many 4th round draft picks. I just don't. Punter. 65 overall punter, 86 kick power, 61 accuracy. Terrible. And Mr. Irrelevant goes to us. Is there anything in here of any sort of value that it's showing? There is not. Guys, there's nothing here. Kicker. Don't even get to see what his overall is. I think we have 3 kickers again. I do want to see what our end overall is here. We are an 85 offense, 87 defense. So the defense still getting more and more stout. I think this is the season Childress becomes our number 2. And CJ Mosley is going to sit on the bench as our number 3, trying to keep him as a Jet. I mean, it's not going to matter. The only thing that might happen in this is I might play this by myself at this point. So we won a Super Bowl. We got through the draft. You guys get to see what I might play with on my own time. Or if you guys want to see me do full-blown simulations. Oh god, the Microsoft Surface tablet is going through our coach. Thank you guys so much for supporting this series. I'll know probably here in the next day or two. I might take a day or two off here of streaming and gaming. I'm not entirely sure yet. But it's a consideration. It does take its toll on you after a bit. You gotta take some days for yourself. Thank you guys so much for going through with me through this rebuild. All the comments, the likes, the shares, the conversations we've had. I've really enjoyed them. And I will catch you guys in the next rebuild. Peace.